Hey fellow dadpreneurs, I want to put this video together and review 5 online business models that you can start as a beginner in 2018. Even though we're 75% of the way through 2018, it's still a good video. It'll still probably be applicable in 2019. I have experience, I think, in just about all of these businesses. Yes, I do, over the last 8 years, and I want to dive in and share the pros and the cons of each. There's no such thing as a perfect business model. It really depends on what you're looking to do. Your personality plays a big part in it. Again, what you're looking to do. What you enjoy doing, that's another big part of it as well. So it's not just about making money. You want to enjoy what you do. So let's dive right in here. So top 5 online businesses to start in 2018 for beginners. And most of these require very little upfront money, very little investment. I think the majority of them you could start for less than $1,000. So let's dive right in. So here are the business models. So this is consulting, freelancing, agency stuff. They're not all the same. I guess you could argue that they're 3 different, but I'm going to lump these together. Basically providing a service for a business. That's what this is. So some type of consulting, some type of social media, freelance, maybe you're a writer, maybe you're a graphic designer, agency, again, providing some type of a service for a business. Consulting's a little different. It's usually your knowledge that you're spending, but we're going to lump those in together. Basically, client work is this first business model. Coaching, we're going to talk about online coaching, marketing coaching, really any type of coaching. I know a guy in Sam Ovens' program. He helps men, I think just men, overcome porn addiction, and he is wildly successful. I think he does over $100,000 per month helping men eliminate or stop their addiction to porn. So you really can create a coaching business really around anything that you're an expert in. Courses, expert. Again, some entrepreneurs out there kind of do coaching, consulting courses. There's an overlap in some of these. So this is selling information, selling digital products. You're an expert in your specific niche. Again, this can be anything. If you quit smoking, maybe you lost weight, maybe you put on 10 pounds of muscle in 30 days, something along those lines. You are an expert in something, I promise you. Maybe you went through some trauma in your childhood and overcame it. That can be something that you could turn into a business, monetize, and you could help others, and it can be very fulfilling, very rewarding work. Affiliate marketing, that's basically promoting other products and or services, and then they cut you a percentage of it. You can work with Amazon, so they pay like a 4%. So let's say I would get a customized link for, let's say this stapler. That's all I have right here. Say it's $10. And let's say I have my, it's called Amazon Affiliate. I think it's called Amazon Affiliate. And you sign up, I would get a custom link, and I would say, buy this stapler. It's really, really good. Let's say on a YouTube video, a blog post, a podcast, whatever it is. Buy this stapler for $10, and Amazon would pay me if the person buys this stapler through my link, they would pay me 4%. So I would earn 40 cents for this stapler. However, I get 4% of anything that they buy. So if they buy $500 worth of stuff, I get $20. I get $20. I think that would be $20. So it's whatever they buy. I think it's a 24-hour window. So affiliate marketing can be very, very good. Again, I'm going to go over the pros and cons. Just wanted to give you a brief overview of what affiliate marketing is. In e-commerce, this is selling physical goods using like Shopify, WooCommerce, BigCommerce. There's quite a few platforms on there. Shopify is a very popular one, but there's quite a few different e-commerce platforms out there, and that's selling a stapler. Maybe you have a store called Adam Staplers, and I sell staplers, and I ship them off to you, physical products. So that is another business model. Again, very easy to get into with a little overhead. So let's go over the pros and cons. All right, so let's go over the pros and cons of the consulting. I had to adjust my slides real quick. I noticed I didn't have the transition set up. So consulting, freelancing agency. Again, this is for client work, basically. So here are the pros for client work. Can be very lucrative. If you're good at what you do, provide a good service, you can charge thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. A lot of times this is monthly recurring money, as long as you're performing, or as long as you're performing a good skill, your product is working, your skill is working, you're generating a positive return on investment. If that's what you're selling, it can be recurring, meaning month after month after month. So it can be extremely lucrative. Obviously, location independent. I think majority of these businesses are location independent. All you need is pretty much a computer and a internet connection. Can be built very, very quickly. You can go out and reach out and pick up clients in a matter of days, as long as you stick with it and you're focused and persistent and consistent. You can go out and you pick up the phone, cold call. I did that in 2010. Called 5,000 businesses, sold 2 websites. That's how pathetic I was at cold calling, and I only charged $297 for the website. Took about 6 weeks. I quickly learned cold calling was not for me. So that wasn't that quickly for me. However, if you're good on the phone, you can do cold email, you can run advertising, you can post on social media. So it can be built up rather quickly. You can choose who you want to work with. This is really powerful. So you get on the phone with it. Typically, you got to get on the phone with them and sell them on what you're offering. And if you don't vibe with them, you get a weird you get a weird feeling, a weird gut feeling. You can say, you know what, I don't want to work with him or her. It's not getting it. So hey, you know what, this isn't going to work for us. So that's really powerful. You can choose who you want to work with. You're always learning new things. I got into this space, like I said, in 2010, and I learned all kinds of things I never would have imagined. A lot of things that you can't teach in a course, or you can't learn from a course, or you can't learn from a YouTube video. Years ago, I had shut down this guy's website. He was a jeweler here in Las Vegas. He didn't pay his bill, so I turned his website off. And he called me up and threatened me to put me through a meat grinder. That was the exact words he used. I remember it quite vividly, exactly where I was in the garage at my old house. I was fucking scared because this guy was old school. It's a jeweler, already a kind of a shady industry in Sin City, even Shady City, you know. So I was kind of freaked out by that. I turned his website back on. He ended up not paying the bill. We ended up parting our ways, but you learn things. You learn a lot of new things. You know, you got to learn. YouTube's great. YouTube has been my saving grace for learning things. You know, not knowing how to do things, search it on YouTube and or Google, and I quickly learn how to do things. So that's a really cool pro that not many people talk with. Those last 2 ones actually are very, very good pros when you're doing client work. And I guess you could argue always learning new things. You could say that for just about any business. Now that I think about it. So here are some of the cons. Client work. This can be tough. You need to. If I can give you one piece of advice on client work, it's set boundaries. For years, I was never good at setting boundaries. I used to work with this one attorney out here in Vegas, and he thought he could call me 24/7, 365. It didn't matter the day, it didn't matter the time, and at the time, I blamed him. I would bitch and moan that it was his fault. Years later, I wisened up and learned that was my fault. That was 100% my responsibility. I didn't set boundaries, and once that line is crossed, it's over. I remember the one time it was a Saturday morning, I was at the gym working out. He called me. It was like 8:15 in the morning on Saturday. He called me. I stepped out of the gym. You know, I was all freaked out because he was paying me about $1,800 a month. He was a big client of mine, and I didn't want to lose him. So I felt like I had to bend over backwards, almost literally, to please him, to always answer his phone calls, answer his emails within like minutes of him sending. Another time I was out with my girlfriend and her some friends at the Hard Rock Cafe. It was a Friday evening, 6:30, 7 o'clock. Had a couple of drinks. He called, freaking out. I flew home, rushed home because there was this 911 emergency. I got home. It was something that could have waited till Monday. It was not an emergency. I had to get home because I had to get access some things on my computer. It wasn't an emergency. It was to him, and it really wasn't an emergency. He blew it out of proportion. But again, I didn't set proper boundaries, so that's another one. So client work can be very, very tough in that aspect with setting boundaries. It can be very inconsistent. Revenue roller coaster is a very popular phrase. I know that all too well. I'd have some really, really good months. You'd lose a client or two. I lost a client one time, and I took it really personally. And for 6 months, I took it personally. Back in 2013, he was a big client, paid a lot of money, and I thought it was a personal attack on me. That's how I looked at it. I was being, I guess you could say, a little bitch about it, and it affected everything else. I started losing other clients. I wasn't prospecting as much, and then that roller coaster revenue went down, and it went down for a couple months, you know. So it can be very, very inconsistent if you're not consistent with your actions, with your prospecting, with your sales, and also, more importantly, taking care of your current clients. I find when you take care of your current clients, you don't have to spend as much time prospecting. There's a little tip for you. That's a big tip for you, actually. It's very competitive. Obviously, Ty Lopez came out with a social media marketing agency course and a slew of others. So very, very It's very, very competitive. So the best thing is you want to niche down. I would say even niche down even further. In 2014-15, I used to run Facebook ads for male Keller Williams real estate agents. Not real estate agents, not Keller Williams agencies, but male Keller Williams real estate agencies. That differentiated myself. As far as I know, I was the only one on the planet that offered Facebook ads for male Keller Williams agents. So it is very competitive, but that's can be seen as good because that means there's a lot of money out there. There's a lot of opportunity out there. However, you got to be smart about it. So my best advice is niche down. I'd say go 2 niches. Like I said, not just real estate, but Keller Williams. Not just dentist, but maybe orthodontist, something along those lines. Not just like a medical doctor, but someone that offers a special, specific treatment. And also, when you get started, start with one service. That's it. Solve one problem. As you grow, you can expand from there. Income cap with client work. I mean, if you have a team in place, you can, I guess, there's still probably an income cap. But you have to have a team in place. There's obviously only 24 hours in a day. If you're running this alone, obviously you're probably a consultant or a freelancer. Eventually you'd build up into an agency and start getting into a team or building a team. And there's a lot of cons to building out a team. And the last one is probably the most important. I probably should have put this number 1. You have to be good at sales. That is something I learned the hard way because I absolutely was horrible at sales. Like I said, 5,000 cold calls and sold $600 in websites. I wasn't good at sales. I'm not saying I'm good at sales now. I've gotten better, but that is definitely my Achilles heel. It always has been, and it's always something that I'm trying to improve, as that makes a huge difference if you're good at sales. So that's a big one. You must be good at sales. So if you're an extrovert, this business model might be for you. If you're an introvert, I wouldn't recommend this one. You really have to be able to talk to people. Even, like I said, it's not face-to-face. It can be face-to-face, but it's also over the phone. You still have to be able to talk to people. So if you're an introvert, I probably wouldn't go this model. Even though it's popular or the flavor of the week or you can make all this money, I wouldn't go this route if you were an introvert. So coaching. So there's multiple different online coaching. Like I said, you can coach in just about anything. I knew a guy who, like I said, the porn guy. There's another guy who teaches... this is about courses, but I'll share it anyways since I brought it up, but it's for courses, not coaching. But what he did is sold an ebook for, it was either $10 or $20. It wasn't a lot of money, on how to start a hot dog stand business. He made like $118,000 in his first year. Selling a $10 or $20 ebook, that's all he sold. He didn't sell coaching or anything. Again, this is in courses, but I brought it up, so I wanted to say it. But he had a 6-figure business selling a $10 or $20 ebook on how to build a hot dog stand business. How to make a hot dog stand business, an ebook. Really simple, so don't overcomplicate it. Again, that's with courses. I don't want to get off track, but I brought it up. So the pros for coaching, it can be extremely lucrative. Again, it's location independent. You really don't need much. You typically phone, laptop, and internet connection, or you could even use Skype or Facebook for phone. It's easy to scale if you're doing group coaching. One-to-one coaching, obviously you're limited on time. You only have 24 hours in the day, so you'd be only able to do 24-hour coaching sessions. That's if you didn't sleep, eat, or do anything else in your life. But if you did group coaching, it's much easier to scale. There's some big people out there doing group coaching, doing millions of dollars each and every month by group coaching, leveraging technology. It can be extremely rewarding and fulfilling. I offered some one-on-one coaching back in 2016 it was, and helped 2 guys quit their jobs. That was the coolest message that I've ever received from both guys. That was really cool. One guy's now he's doing multiple millions in Shopify. I had a little piece. I had a little help. I got him started with it, but he hired bigger and better coaches as he grew. But I got his start in the Shopify world in 2016. So can be rewarding and, like I said, very, very fulfilling. Another guy, he was a father, or is a father, and had a daughter and wanted to stay home with her. He was able to quit his job and work full-time with Shopify. So that was really, really cool. Again, you're limited by time. If it's one-on-one, you have an income cap. If you do group coaching, you don't necessarily have an income cap. You have to, because you're leveraging technology. You need to be patient. This is more one-on-one, working with people, you need to be encouraging, compassionate, patient, empathetic with these people, working with them one-on-one. Help guide them, encourage them. There's a lot that goes onto it. Again, coaching is extremely, extremely competitive as well. There's a lot of coaches out there. Some people that seems like they've watched 3 YouTube videos and now they're a life coach, at 23 years old. It's mind blowing, but there's no regulation in the industry. So again, you must be good at sales as well with coaching. If you're an introvert, this is not the business for you, because you're going to be not just selling people, but you're also going to be interacting with people, like I said, encouraging them, supporting them, guiding them, helping them, uplifting them, telling them no, being strict. That was something that I had a hard time with, is being kind of ruling with that iron fist. There was times where I was successful at it, but there was times I'd kind of bend on it. So you have to be, I definitely recommend being an extrovert. You don't have to, but I'd recommend it. Courses. So pros, again, location independent, infinitely scalable selling a course. A lot of people complain about people. I was watching a YouTube video the other day, and he was sharing his revenue for the month, and he was making more money selling his course than he was doing with client work. He only had 4 clients, and he was doing pretty well with 4 clients. He charges a couple $1,000s a month, but he was making more selling courses, and people were bitching at him, and a lot of people get upset about that. But it's like, hey, he's helping you get clients. That's it. He has clients. He's doing it. He's not helping you. He's not selling how to get 100 clients, because he doesn't have 100 clients. He's just teaching you how to get clients, and he has clients. So, and again, it's infinitely scalable with selling courses. You don't need a huge team. You can do it alone with a course. So that's the sexiness of selling a course. That's why a lot of people do it, or a lot of people have a little success. I got started with Shopify in 2015. In June, had a little bit of success. I mean, got started in June, saw incredible success in August, and I put out a course in October because people asked me to put out a course. They saw what I was doing and they wanted to know. So I put out a course because I can scale that a lot faster. There's a lot less headaches. So there's a ton of benefits with the courses, and the infinitely scalable is one of the biggest ones. Passive income. So I have some courses. I have one. It's just a cheat sheet, or it's a list of U.S.-based drop shippers, so you don't have to use overseas manufacturers. It's a list of 476 U.S.-based dropshippers. I have like a link on my website, and I'll occasionally plug it in some YouTube videos. So it's not like a full course, but it is a digital product. It's $19.95. I don't sell a ton of it, probably 5 or 6 a month, but it's completely passive. I put the list together in 2015. Here we are almost at the end of 2018, and it still makes me money, and I really don't even promote it that much. Like I said, in an occasional video, and it's somewhat hidden away on my website. I should probably put it out more, but it can be passive income. And I put passive in quotes. I'm not a big fan of passive income, or the phrase, at least in the internet marketing world, because it does involve work. There is some customer support. However, like I said, the little bit that I'm selling, I really don't do much with it. I'll occasionally get an email or two, but so technically it's not truly passive. Another one, it can be extremely fulfilling and rewarding, just like coaching, when people take action and put it into place and change their circumstance. Maybe they quit their job. Maybe they make their first $5,000, $10,000. Maybe they make their first $1,000. They can put their daughter in a private school. They can take their son or take their family on a vacation, put their son or have that great birthday party that they wanted to have for their son. So that's the extremely fulfilling and rewarding part. It builds authority. Once you put out one course, people buy it and they have success with it. Now you're kind of starting to be looked at as the leader. You can put out another course or just make that course better. It's completely up to you. Some of the people that I admire, they just have one course or one program. It started at $30, they got some success stories, then they ramped it up to $67, then they ramped it up to $97, then $297, then $497, then $997, then $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000. You just slowly build up like that. After a year's time, you can take a $30 course and turn it into a $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 complete 6-week program. So a course can evolve into that group coaching thing. So there's a lot of potential with courses. Have others sell it for you. So what you can do, like I said, with affiliate marketing, you can have other people sell it for you, and you pay them a commission. Standard is like 50%. Typically, it can be up to 100%. But you have people, you would create a link for them, and there's software out there, so you don't have to do this part. But JVZoo is one that I've used in the past. You create the course in JVZoo, and then people get their own affiliate link, and then JVZoo tracks all the sales and all that, so you can have people selling for you. You just have to pay them, like I said, a 50% commission. So some of the cons in creating a course. Content is difficult to protect. It's probably damn near impossible to protect now. If you put out a course, it's going to get ripped off. It's going to be uploaded to the Black Hat forums where people can download it for free. You can try to fight it. I don't know if it's really worth fighting, though, because it's going to happen. People are going to steal it. People are going to steal the videos, the content, share them with friends, with family, share the login, things like that. So that's just going to happen. Info is freely available online. I'd probably argue that just about any course out there, you could find the information online. My courses, all the courses that I sell, you could find it online. A lot of it you could find on my damn YouTube channel. However, with a course, when you make the investment, I've made a video about this before, what you pay attention to what you pay to, what you pay for, I should say. So when you make an investment in something, and typically the more money you invest in, the more you're going to pay attention to it. So a $7 ebook, a good chance you might not finish reading the damn thing. You spend $5,000 on a program, you're probably going to read it, and you're going to go through it, and you're going to do the damn work. So freely available online. Again, it's not, and then also in a course, it's structured in a certain way. There's steps, sequences, go through this one, do this worksheet, post here, do this. So that's what a course, it gives you an outline. It gives you some structure. Selling a course, like I said, in a low ticket course, most people aren't going to take action. I forgot what the stats are. It's like 90+%, I think, taking a course. Again, the more expensive courses, people are going to take action. But if you're selling something for anything less than $200, most people aren't going to take action on it, which can be frustrating, refunds and things like that. But again, you can't control that. You can try to help inspire them, help keep them accountable with like messenger bots and emails, maybe live webinars, to encourage them, a Facebook group to increase accountability. But the sad fact is most people will not take action. That's why I give all my content away for free on this damn channel. I know 98% of the people aren't going to do anything with it. That's fine. It's helpful. I'm looking for those 2%, the people that are going to put it into action. Maybe some people might put a little piece of it into the action. Takes a lot of marketing and time to build up a course. Again, like I said, you could start with a low-end course and just kind of continue rolling up the price, continue increasing the price, adding to it. Your course is like a living, breathing thing, and it's just going to get better over time if you stick with it. Now, some people just put out a course, make money, and then they put out a course 3 months later, or a month later, and another month later, and then a month later. That's fine. That's one business model. Or you could create like one signature course and just kind of get more people in, get more case studies, get more testimonials, put more content in, get feedback from those people, increase the value of the course, and then increase the price. Next is affiliate marketing. So the pros, very low to no cost to start up. Pretty much all of these, like I said, are probably under $1,000 to start. No expertise needed. You really don't need to be an expert at affiliate marketing. No customer service. That is a beautiful thing. So if I'm sending traffic to Amazon or Best Buy, they have an affiliate program. Or you can sell digital products. A website called ClickBank. JVZoo is another one. The Warrior Forum is another one. Those two are specifically for more so for online marketing courses. ClickBank has quite a few in the health space, in the relationship space, in the make money online space, investing, things like that. You send your traffic to that link and you get paid a commission on it. So that's beautiful. There's no customer service. They handle the customer service. It's infinitely scalable. You can scale it to the moon. You really can. There's no cap on affiliate marketing. I mean, I guess you can't make $10 billion, but there's pretty much no cap on affiliate marketing. It can be passive income, affiliate marketing. I make sales through the YouTube videos of courses. I have one that I recommend. I made a video 6 or 8 months ago. I think I've made like 2 sales, so I'm not saying I make it a lot, but the video doesn't have a lot of views. Now, if it had more views and I'm promoting a product that came out a year ago, I think I've made like $35. Again, not a lot of money. It's not a video that has a lot of views, but again, it's a video I made one time and it's made me a couple sales. That's just an example. So it's passive income. Yeah, I put the work in to put out the video, and if I put out more videos, I could probably increase those sales, or blog post or podcast. I have affiliate links on my website from years ago where I might make an Amazon affiliate commission, like very, very small commission. And like I said, Amazon's anywhere from 4 to 10%, and I'm not sure exactly how to increase it. I think the more sales you make, you get a bump to 6%, 8%, and so on. So, I have affiliate links from Amazon that I might have posted in 2013, 5 years ago, making a sale. Like I said, it might be 28 cents, but that's passive income working for me for years and years to come. The cons, you're not building a database. This is the biggest thing. You are not getting their email address. You're not getting their contact information. And any real business, whether it's online or offline, it's the real money is in the back end, meaning sale number 2, 3, 4, 5, the returning customers, the customer buying again and again, those happy customers referring their friends and their family to you. So you're not building a database. So that's the biggest drawback, I feel, in affiliate marketing. Low commissions. Like I said, Amazon's like 4% to start off. I think Best Buy is somewhere under 5% as well. But again, that's a big reputable brand, Best Buy. And if you're selling a higher ticket item, maybe a refrigerator that you bought for $2,000 and it's a 4% commission, you could make $80 or $80. If you reviewed, picked up your phone and did a review of the refrigerator. This is a great refrigerator. This is how it opens and it makes ice and water and all this shit, So if you're selling a higher ticket item, it can be worth it. No control. Obviously, they could turn off their affiliate program. They could ban you from it. Maybe they found you did something shady or whatever. They could cut you off instantly, and you'd have no idea. So that no control is kind of scary. And again, it kind of ties in with not building that. You're not building a database. Razor thin margins. Like I said, I guess margins isn't the right term to use for this. Razor thin commissions. However, if you're selling a digital product, which you can with affiliate marketing, it's typically 25% and up. In the make money online niche, it's typically 50% or higher selling a digital product. Someone might be selling a $47 ebook and you help them make a sale and you get paid $23.50, because they don't have any overhead, So again, margins probably not the best word. Razor thin revenue. So affiliate marketing selling digital products, I'm not saying that's the way to go, but that's something to consider because it's going to be a higher sale. But again, selling digital products is a little bit more difficult as opposed to selling like a refrigerator, something from Best Buy, something from Amazon. You're leveraging the trust from those big corporate websites or those multi-billion-dollar brands. You're borrowing their credibility, borrowing their trust that they've built over the years. So that's one advantage. That's a huge advantage. But again, that's why you're getting a small commission. But there's people out there that make very, very, very good money just referring people to Amazon. They'll pick a specific store. Let's say this microphone. You have adamsmicrophones.com, and I just review microphones, and I buy them. Sometimes after you get going, they'll send them to you for free, and I review microphones, and I rank in the search engines when people say best desktop microphone under $50 or something like that, and it's a blog post of mine, and it has 3 that I recommend. And all 3 link to Amazon, and you give your pros and cons. Similar to this video, pros and cons of each microphone, and then the person decides, okay, I'm going to buy a microphone too, Then they get a commission. And the more traffic you get to the website, obviously more people are going to buy. So I'll do a video about affiliate marketing because it's pretty fascinating. And people outside the make money online space have zero idea that you can do that. I've talked to people that had no idea Amazon would pay you, like I said, a small percentage by giving them business. They're blown away by that. So the pros for e-commerce, again, this is physical products. This is like Shopify. This is BigCommerce, WooCommerce, the big platforms selling, like I said, staplers. Maybe, I don't know, Pet Rock, Believe. It's a powerful one. And so I got Believe on my wrist tattooed. That's where it all starts. You got to believe. So anyways, getting sidetracked here. Easy to scale. E-commerce is very easy to scale. When I got started in June of 2015, I think I did about $250 in sales in June. In July, I think I did like $2,200 in sales. In August, I did like $15,300, I think, or $15,500. So I went from $200 in sales, zero e-commerce experience, zero. Had some online marketing experience and Facebook advertising experience, which definitely helped. But I went from $250 to $15,000 in 3 months. Which was mind-blowing, And the reason was I hired 2 virtual assistants in August, so they could do kind of the tedious work, and then I was focusing on increasing the revenue. So very easy to scale, low cost to start, very low cost. If you're doing drop shipping, you don't have to order mass quantities of inventory and take up a spare bedroom in the house or your garage or kick out the old lady from the bedroom because you're storing maybe staplers. You buy 1,000 staplers. You don't have to do that. You can do drop shipping, and you can find drop shippers here in the States. You know what? I'll link it down here since I already talked about it. 476 U.S.-based drop shippers. Click the link below. It's, I think, $19.99 or $19.95, something like that. But it's a list of 476 U.S.-based drop shippers here in the United States, and they will allow drop shipping. So what drop shipping is you sell the product and then they ship it for you. There's typically a little bit of a fee that they charge you for shipping the product or the handling of the product, and also the product, of course. But you don't have to invest in inventory, which is great. You can typically use their descriptions. You can typically use their images. You can use a lot of stuff. So again, that's very, very low cost to start. Sales 24/7, 365. Your online store is always on. That was one of the things I somewhat took for granted when I had my store, that I made sales every day. We were doing 100, 150 sales a day. It was just insane, and took it for granted. It was just really cool that it's just working around the clock. People are buying at 3 a.m. when I'm sleeping. You know, people are buying on a Saturday when I'm out playing with Ava and Ashton. Really, really cool. Can be, like I said, can be scaled quickly. I just gave you the example. Can be easily outsourced. Like I said, I literally, when I was going, I was doing anywhere from 25 to 80. I think 84,000 was my best month, and I didn't work more than an hour a day, and it was just managing Facebook ads. And then I had anywhere from 1 to 2 VAs doing all the customer support emails, doing all the logistics with the warehouse, with the suppliers, fulfilling orders sometimes, posting on Facebook, actually Facebook was the only channel that we used back then, but I literally worked an hour a day. It was a pretty cool business model, but then I got really lazy. I'd go out to lunch for 3 or 4 hours and just fuck off, and I didn't have to, I got lazy and I got complacent, and I was selling jewelry. I ended up, made good money, took my dad to the Masters, had a lot of fun, but then realized the money high wore off, and I hated selling women's jewelry. I got burned out. So here are the cons of email. Small margins. I misspelled it. Comparatively to digital products, margins being anywhere from 20 to 40%, could certainly be a little bit better, could certainly be worse than that. It's funny, if any brick and mortar business owners watching this video, they would die for those margins, especially like a restaurant owner, 20 to 40%. They're going, are you kidding me? Small? I would love those margins. So relatively speaking, compared to other online businesses, the margins are small. But again, like I said, can be easily scaled, easily outsourced, don't spend much time, sales around the clock. You're not working too much. You will make a consistent income with an e-commerce shop or multiple e-commerce shops. It's extremely competitive. It's been quite popular for the last 3 or 4 years because there's a low barrier to entry. With drop shipping, a lot of people use people overseas. Over in China, the products obviously cost a considerable amount less and can be sold for anywhere from 3x to 10x, if not even maybe even more than that. So low barrier to entry means a lot of competition. But again, if you come up with a unique angle, you have a unique selling proposition, you can differentiate yourself in the marketplace. If you know sound marketing principles and fundamentals, you can separate yourself from the rest, because typically most people are very beginners at drop shipping or e-commerce and don't know much about marketing, the fundamentals and the principles. Because they haven't been doing it that long. You know, they're just getting into it. So not to knock them or anything, just saying that they don't know much about the fundamentals, because the fundamentals typically aren't sexy or flashy. Cons, another con is Amazon. Obviously, you're going to compete with Amazon. I remember getting a lot of comments saying, I could buy this ring for $20 on Amazon. You're selling it for $35. Or I could buy this necklace or pair of earrings for $15 on Amazon. Why are you selling it for $25? It's like, well, then go buy it from Amazon. You know, that's fine. So that's another one. Obviously, they're a big competitor. Customer support can be difficult if things are going wild or things are going crazy. A lot of sales. We had a product that kind of was somewhat faulty. It was a black ring, and the paint started wearing off, and it ended up being a nightmare. We had no idea that it was going to happen. We ended up refunding 100. I think right around 100 people, which got to be really difficult. A lot of pissed off people. It destroyed the margins, and it didn't happen for a month later. The paint started wearing off. So that can be tough. And some customers can just be very, very difficult, very hard to please. They have these expectations. A lot of these people, it's costume jewelry. I'm not saying I was selling bullshit, but some of these women thought that this jewelry should last for the next 10,000 years. It was it's costume jewelry, you can't do the laundry with it and with bleach or wash the dishes. It's probably going to happen, So, but some people expected the world for a $10 ring. Again, refunds, exchanges can cut into profits. So that's it. Let me So that's it. Like I said, those are the 5 videos, or the 5 online businesses to start in 2018, or probably even in 2019. Like I said, I have experience in each and every one of them. There's not a perfect business model, as I laid out the pros and cons. I actually was mindlessly scrolling Flippa about a week and a half ago and came across a cool Shopify store. Reached out to the guy. Long story short, he sold that store. However, he was able to recreate me another store in the sports niche, selling officially licensed sports goods like football, basketball, baseball, hockey. I'm a diehard sports fan. I wasn't planning on starting an e-commerce business, and I'm like, ooh, I love it. The football season's starting. Actually, today it started. Well, technically Thursday it started, but today's the first NFL Sunday, and also with the holiday season right around the corner, I thought this is a perfect time. And I love talking sports, so there's a lot of content ideas I have, a lot of ways to drive traffic. So I ended up launching an e-commerce shop last Monday. Actually, on Labor Day, I started the process, got approved from the manufacturer on Friday, and I launched ads yesterday morning on Saturday. And super excited. I haven't ran an e-commerce shop in about 2.5 years, and this is around something I'm extremely passionate about. So I really like the drop shipping model, or the e-commerce model. Because again, you can make some decent money. I'm looking for consistent money, and it doesn't take a lot of time. That's what's really cool. And there's the barrier to entry, like I said, is very, very easy. But if you're an extrovert, and I'm an extrovert, I like talking with people. I like being outside. I like doing these videos for people. But I'm just not good with sales. So that's kind of why I went back into the Shopify. So anyways, 35-minute video. I did not know it was going to be this long. I'm going to get downstairs and watch some Sunday Night Football, the Green Bay Packers, the Chicago Bears. If you're a dadpreneur and you like this video, hit that big red subscribe button down below. If you have any questions or comments about any of the topics, any of the business models, share it down below. If you have experience in any of the business models, share your war stories, share your pros and cons and your opinion down below. I'd love to hear it, love to get involved and engage in that. But again, if you're a dadpreneur and you found this video helpful, please hit that subscribe button. Thank you.